Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing my custom LEGO Transformers Perceptor. So obviously we will be starting off in his microscope mode. And at least from the front, I actually think this mode looks pretty good, especially with the telescopic piece on the top. Although the legs do kind of just look like they are folded up legs, as well as the arms hanging out the back. But I do think the standout of this mode is definitely the telescopic piece here. I've used a few tire pieces and some wheel pieces just to add the details, especially this wheel piece up top, which looks like it could actually move. And another smaller tire piece at the back, just to help with that cylindrical look. As I only had so many of these red circular pieces. And like I said, unfortunately the arms do kind of just hang out the back, but I think this actual area where you put the things to microscope works pretty good here, even if there are some hollow spots from the legs. But anyways, we can now go on to some comparisons. So here he is with a Speed Champion set, the McLaren F1. Obviously, this is nothing like actual scale, but here he is with a minifigure, which I guess they're the ones getting magnified now. Obviously, like with a Speed Champion set, there's just nothing that really scales with this guy, except I guess he kind of does work in a real life scale, as you probably do find microscopes this size. Well, obviously with other figures, he just looks ridiculous, but that is just classic Perceptor. So now we can go on to the transformation. It is a pretty simple transformation, and it takes a lot from just the normal G1 toy, as well as the Titans Return one. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the legs slightly. And then using the double joint of the knee, we can just fully extend them. We can also use the shoulder ball joints just to take the arms out to the side. Obviously one of the arms is going to take that cylindrical piece with it. And now using the leg ball joints, we can rotate the entire thighs all the way around, as well as the rest of the leg. And using those ball joints at the shoulders again, we can take the arms and just rotate them around. Once this is done, we're going to come to a shoulder cannon. And using the ball joint, this is just going to rotate off to the side. And we can also take the entire torso and just hinge it. As once this is done, those two stud connections are just going to be the perfect angle to clip into the chest. And this is a pretty secure connection, so he shouldn't be falling apart in robot mode. But once this is done, we can come back to the legs, and using the hip ball joints, we are just going to rotate the legs down. And once this is done, the final step on the legs is the feet, so they can just rotate down on that ball joint and spin all the way around, just so the anti-studs are facing the back. We can now come back to the arms, and we're just going to straighten them out, just using the ball joints. These are elbow ball joints as well, they can just be rotated around. So now the final step here is coming to the head, which rotates around and flips down. So here he is in his robot mode. And in my opinion, for Perceptor, who I feel like isn't really considered that cool of a character, he does look pretty good here. And because of maybe the excessive use of ball joints, he is pretty good at posing, as every limb can go any direction you want it to. But he does look pretty good in these dynamic poses. One thing I will say is, coming around to the side, you'll see his hips are placed slightly in front of the entire chest. This looks a little bit strange here. But once in a pose, it's not really that noticeable. And he's also definitely very clean from the back. The only real kibble is just the cannon piece hanging off the back. So, bringing out some figures for comparisons, here he is with Grapple. And obviously the scale is wildly off, as Perceptor was supposed to be one of the smaller ones in the show. Here he is with Ironhide or Guard, same mold. And a minifigure as well. But I mean, scale in these G1 figures just doesn't really exist. And honestly, I'm quite happy with how big he is, as he stands up pretty sturdily, and he's a chunky guy. So he doesn't really fall over that much. And here he is with the Marvel Legends as well, because why not? He also uses one of the stickers of the All Ball logo just to add some more detail. But anyways, I'd say that's about it for this guy. There's not too much more to say in robot mode. So anyways, if you have enjoyed, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm also working on getting in some instructions on rebrickable, so that may be coming soon. which I'll announce in a future video. Anyways, I'll see you next time.